Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Toon Up here in World of Tanks. And in this episode I am once again teamed up with Heffalump. He's in his A43 Russian medium tier 6 tank, and I am in the Cromwell Knight, the premium British tier 6 medium tank. And if you haven't seen the video from the first episode of Toon Up, I'll link it here for you. I suggest you go watch it. It was the two of us in the same tanks, and we had a great battle on Fisherman's Bay. Went off for 11 total kills, and at the end of the battle I had the chance to help Heff go for his first Radley Walters. I believe it was his first, if not one of his first Radley Walters medals. So now this battle happened the same night, a little bit later, and Heff gets the chance to help me go for a medal at the end of the battle. So we'll see what it is and how it turns out once we get to that point of the replay. So we're in a standard battle on steps, and one of the things I like to do is to rush to this rock and post up on it and get some vision down this alleyway along the 9 line, looking for any enemy tanks that are coming over to the valley themselves. And it's a great chance to get spots on them, and also because they're going to be driving right to left across you, you're usually going to have shots into their side armor, and if you've got any allies that are kind of posting up with you, they can get some assistance. You can get some assistance damage as well, and put a nice start to the battle to your team. It puts the enemies that come to this flank at a disadvantage for every hit that they take, and it can allow you to influence the battle and win this flank before moving on. But oddly enough, the enemy decides not to send a single tank to this valley, to this flank. So, good news is that means we can be a little bit aggressive. We don't want to run into an ambush blindly, but we can push up. Bad news is that means most, if not all, of the enemy tanks are going to be pushing up the west. And if we wait too long here, the west flank could get overrun. So, we need to move, we need to be a little aggressive. So, we're going to try to crest the hill here, spot some enemies. It looks like there's a bunch that are kind of camping the ridgeline near their base. There's a KV-1 lit up. Heff puts a couple shots in. I crest the ridge and fire off a snapshot, and it goes right in. And I kind of sniped that kill there. As I was coming up the ridge, the KV-1 took a couple hits and lost all of his health. I actually apologized to Heff, and they're saying, man, that looked like a snipe. Apologies for that. I really wasn't trying to steal that kill, but by the time I got there, he did not have much health left. But good result. Tanks removed from the game, and now we can continue to advance. As you can see, the scores are really close right now, 3-3. So we do not want to mess around. So we have the T14, that's a premium American medium tank, a tier 5, and the side armor on this tank is not great. If the T14 is top tier, its armor frontally is pretty good, but against tier 6s, it just doesn't hold up. So kind of an interesting situation here. I've got this VK3001D in front of me, and he's obviously AFK. So Heff kind of made an advance run. He's just underneath that ridge line now outside the enemy base. And I'm talking to him like, hey, there's a VK here, it's AFK. Do you want me to advance or should we take it out? And we decided, let's take it out. It's A, providing spotting and vision to me if I advance, and to Heff as he's posted up behind a rock there. And B, if I advance to help right now, this guy could come back at any time and he'll have the rear of our tank. So we decided Heff was fine. Take that tank out first and then move up once it's been eliminated and it no longer will provide vision and spotting on my advance. So we get rid of another tank up there, and we're going to do a little bit of an aggressive push. We can see now we've got the scores under control. As long as we play smart, we should have this one in the bag. So we crest the ridge, and there is a Type T34. Now watch my approach here. I always try to have the side armor angled so that it's an auto bounce. Just like that. There was another one. I think I bounced 2 or 3 shots, and there's another one. The side armor in the tank is not great. It's not going to bounce shots on its own, but if you have it angled at 70 degrees, or just about, depending on the caliber of the gun the enemy's using, you might be able to get away with a little less. You can ricochet shots off the side of your armor as you advance quickly on an enemy. Your speed is so good in the Cromwell and in the Cromwell Knight that as you're advancing, they're turning their turret and they panic and they can donk shots into your side, which is a big flush target that they want to shoot, but the angling is so good that it'll bounce. Then we had the T1 Heavy there, and he was over angled, so we had the side of his tank, and we were able to go through that as well to secure our 4th kill of the game. Now some communication here, I'm saying, hey, that KV-1S, he's looking this way, it's all you, go ahead, get in there, start pumping damage into his rear, and I was communicating with him throughout that, saying, yep, still looking at me, you're good, and we get rid of that tank as well. So 4 kills, I'd like to go for 5. We've got an M4A3E2, the tier 6 American medium tank. He tracks me basically in midair there, what a great shot. So I'm trying to put shots into him, but his front plate is too strong. Flush on, well angled with the sloping on his armor and thickness. I can't go through that with standard rounds, so I switch over to premium, put one through it, and secure the kill. And I tell Heff, hey man, I'm on 5, going for that top gun. He's like, all right, go for it, man, it's all you. Well, There's two friendly tanks working on that last enemy. He's taking a bunch of hits. Boy, it's going to be close. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there in time. I come flying over the ridge, and we'll see. We're going to go down the slope, super slow-mo, extra dramatic effect. He pokes around the rock. He's got a sliver of health. Down the slope, fire the shot. Yes! RNGesus smiles upon us. That one goes in when it really didn't have any right to. 9 times out of 10, that one's going to miss. But it goes in, allowing us to secure the top gun. And a really good result for the platoon in that battle. So, quick look at the post-game stats. We can see with the ops and the doubles and the premium account, that ends up being an 8,374 experience battle. Whew. We had 6 kills for the Top Gun, 2,000 damage, another 842 assistance damage. Here you can see some of the ops. Climb to the top, of course, gave another 1,800. We secure a high caliber and duelist, bruiser, fire for effect, and the first class mastery badge, and of course the Top Gun for our 6 kills there with that miracle shot at the end. So we'll take a quick look at the efficiency just to see the tanks that we influenced there. Tier 5s and Tier 6s, a couple of those, the T14, the T1 Heavy, KV-1S, and the KV-1, all working really well with Hef to outflank, outmaneuver our opponents and use the information based on their lack of a push to the Eastern Valley to really surround them there. You can see 8 kills total for the platoon. We came in first and second in terms of experience, 1,647 base for me, and a solid 1,300 for Hef. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is episode 2 of Toon Up. Let me know if you're enjoying the series. If you want to see more, I will continue to work on putting some more content together. Of course, if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like and subscribe. Helps the channel out, and I truly do appreciate it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.